20 natural antibiotic plants that help cure infections. Have you ever heard that some plants can help fight infections? So it is. Many of them have properties that function as natural antibiotics, helping the body defend itself against bacteria, viruses, and other microbes that cause disease. These plants have been used for centuries by different cultures and, today, science proves that many of them really work. In this text, we will talk about 20 plants that can be used to treat infections naturally. We will explain how each of them works, where to find them, and how to use them in everyday life. You don't need to be an expert. It's all very simple, as if we were talking in the kitchen at home. Why use plants as natural antibiotics? Before pharmacy medicines, people used what nature offered to treat themselves. Many plants have substances that kill bacteria or prevent them from multiplying. Furthermore, they tend to have fewer side effects than industrial antibiotics, which sometimes leave us with a stomach ache or weakness. Another advantage is that these plants are easy to find. Some grow in the backyard, others are sold at fairs or natural product stores. And the best part, many can be used in teas, compresses, ointments, or even in food. But be careful, even though they are natural, they do not replace a doctor in serious cases. If the infection is severe, with a high fever or a lot of pain, it is important to seek professional help. Plants are great for preventing or treating mild cases, but they are not miracle workers. The 20 natural antibiotic plants, let's get to know them one by one, with practical examples of how to use them. 1. Garlic. Garlic is one of the most powerful natural antibiotics. It has a substance called allicin, which kills bacteria and even some viruses. You can eat it raw, 1 clove a day, chopped in food, make tea, or even put it in oil to rub on your skin in case of mild infections. Anyone who has ever eaten raw garlic knows that the smell is strong, but it's worth it. 2. Onion. Onion is a cousin of garlic and also has antibiotic properties. It helps fight infections in the throat, lungs, and even the skin. One tip is to cut an onion in half and leave it in the room of someone who has the flu. The smell helps to clear the nose. It can also be used in homemade syrups with honey. 3. Ginger. Ginger is great for respiratory infections such as colds and flu. It has substances that reduce inflammation and kill bacteria. It can be used in tea, grated in hot water, in juices, or even chewed pure. Those who have a sore throat can gargle with water and ginger. 4. Rosemary. Rosemary is not just used to season food. It has oils that fight bacteria and fungi. Rosemary tea helps with digestion and can be used to wash minor wounds. It's also good for those with sinusitis. Just boil the leaves and inhale the steam. 5. Mint. Mint is refreshing and also helps kill bacteria. It is great for mouth infections, such as canker sores and bad breath. It can be used in tea or by chewing the fresh leaves. It also helps relieve stomach pain caused by bacteria. 6. Oregano. Oregano is more than just a pizza seasoning. It has carvacrol, a substance that kills bacteria and fungi. It can be used in tea, a teaspoon of dried leaves in hot water, or in oil to apply to the skin in case of mycoses. 7. Thyme. Thyme is similar to oregano and also fights bacteria. It is often used in cough syrups and strep throat. A thyme tea with honey is great for relieving a dry cough. 8. Turmeric. Turmeric. Turmeric is that orange root used in curry. It has curcumin, which is anti-inflammatory and antibiotic. It can be used in teas, food, or as a paste to apply to wounds. One tip is to mix it with black pepper, which helps the body to better absorb the benefits. 9. Echinacea. Echinacea is a plant widely used to strengthen the immune system. It helps prevent colds and flu, as well as fighting infections. It can be found in capsules or tea. It's great to take at the beginning of winter, when the flu appears more. 10. Propolis. Propolis is a resin that bees produce to protect the hive. It is a powerful natural antibiotic, used for infections in the throat, mouth, and even the skin. It can be found in spray, tablets, or extract. Anyone who has used propolis on wounds knows that it stings a little, but it helps them heal quickly. 11. Honey. Honey is not a plant, but it is an incredible natural antibiotic. It kills bacteria and helps wounds heal. It can be used pure on light cuts or mixed with lemon for coughs. But be careful. Children under 1-year-old should not consume honey. 12. Calendula. Calendula is an orange flower that helps heal wounds and fight skin infections. It can be used in ointments or in tea to wash wounds. It is often used in babies to treat diaper rash. 13. Aloe vera. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is famous for helping the skin, but it also has antibiotic properties. The leaf gel can be applied to burns, cuts, and even insect bites. It is also used in juices to aid digestion. 14. Sage is a plant with velvety leaves that helps fight throat and mouth infections. Sage tea is great for gargling when you have a sore throat. It can also be used in compresses for wounds. 15. Basil is a delicious seasoning and also a natural antibiotic. It helps fight bacteria in the mouth and stomach. It can be used in teas or chewed fresh. One tip is to put basil leaves in water to drink throughout the day. 16. Cinnamon is more than a sweet spice. It has substances that kill bacteria and fungi. It can be used in tea, with a cinnamon stick in hot water, or powdered in food. It is great for urinary and respiratory infections. 17. Clove is famous for relieving toothache, but it is also a natural antibiotic. It has eugenol, which kills bacteria. It can be used in tea, chewed pure, for toothache, or in oil to rub on the skin. 18. Uveaceae is a lesser-known plant, but widely used for urinary infections. It has substances that kill bacteria in the bladder. It can be found in capsules or tea. It is important not to use it for a long time as it can overload the liver. 19. Licorice is a sweet root that helps fight throat and stomach infections. It can be used in tea or in tablets. But be careful. Anyone with high blood pressure should avoid it, as it can increase blood pressure. 20. Dandelion. The dandelion is that little yellow plant that grows in the backyard. It helps cleanse the liver and fight urinary infections. The leaves can be used in salads or tea. How to use these plants in everyday life. Now that you know the 20 plants, let's give you some practical tips on how to use them. Teas. The most common way is to make tea. Just boil water, add the leaves, roots, or flowers and let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Then, just strain and drink. Example: ginger tea for flu, rosemary tea to wash wounds. Compresses. For skin infections, such as cuts or ringworm, you can make compresses. Soak a clean cloth in the plant's tea and apply it to the affected area. Example: calendula compress for diaper rash. Syrups. For coughs and throat infections, homemade syrups are great. Mix honey with plant juice, like ginger or onion, and take a tablespoon every now and then. Oils and ointments. Some plants, such as garlic and oregano, can be used in oils. Simply place the garlic leaves or cloves in a vegetable oil, such as olive oil, and leave them in the sun for a few days. Then strain and use to apply to your skin. In food, many of these plants are seasonings and can be used in everyday life. Garlic, onion, oregano, basil, and turmeric are great examples. The more you use it, the more benefits you will get. Important precautions. Even though they are natural, these plants can cause reactions in some people. Therefore, it is good to follow some tips. Test before using. If you are using a plant for the first time, do a test. For example, rub some tea on your skin and see if it doesn't become red or itchy. Don't overdo it. Everything in excess is bad. Even garlic, which is great, can cause heartburn if consumed in large quantities. Pregnant women and children. Some plants are not recommended for pregnant women or young children. For example, Uveaceae should not be used by pregnant women, and honey should not be given to babies under 1 year old. Allergies. If you are allergic to any plant, avoid using it. For example, someone who is allergic to chamomile may have a reaction to other plants in the same family. Consult a doctor. If the infection does not improve within a few days, see a doctor. Plants help, but do not replace adequate treatment in serious cases. Final summary: antibiotic plants are a great option for treating mild infections and strengthening the body. They are easy to find, cheap, and have fewer side effects than industrialized medicines. The 20 plants we list here, such as garlic, onion, ginger, rosemary, mint, and others, can be used in teas, compresses, syrups, and even food. But remember, they are not miraculous. In serious cases, such as high fever, severe pain, or infections that do not improve, it is important to see a doctor. The ideal is to use plants as a complement to prevent illnesses and treat mild problems. Try including some of these plants in your daily life. In addition to helping your health, many of them make food more delicious and fragrant. And the best part, you will be using the best that nature has to offer to take care of your body. Here are more practical tips on how to use these plants in everyday life, without complications. Garlic, for example, is one of the most powerful natural antibiotics. To enjoy its benefits, you can eat a raw clove a day, if you can handle the strong flavor, or add it chopped to salads, soups, and sauces. Another option is to make a homemade syrup. Crush 3 cloves of garlic, mix with a spoonful of honey and let it rest for a few hours. Take a spoonful of this syrup twice a day to help fight colds and flu. The onion is also not left behind. In addition to being great in food, it can be used to relieve coughs and sore throats. Cut an onion in half and leave it in your room overnight. The smell helps decongest your nose. Or make a tea. Boil a chopped onion in water for 10 minutes, strain, and drink warm with a little honey. It's simple and it works. Ginger is another strong ally. Grate a small piece and make tea with hot water and lemon to improve immunity and relieve nausea. If you have a sore throat, chew a small piece of fresh ginger. It stings but helps kill bacteria. You can also use it in juices, iced teas, or even in savory dishes, such as braised meats and vegetables. Mint is great for digestive problems such as gas and poor digestion. Make tea with fresh or dried leaves and drink after meals. If you have a headache, crush some leaves and rub them on your forehead. The freshness will instantly relieve it. And who has never had mint tea to calm their stomach after eating too much? Rosemary is not just used to season meat. Make a tea with the leaves and use to wash minor wounds or gargle in cases of sore throat. It's also good for improving circulation. Put a twig in the bathwater and relax for a few minutes. The smell already helps relieve stress. Other plants, such as echinacea, thyme, and sage, are also easy to use. Echinacea can be found in capsules or as a tea, and helps prevent flu. Thyme is great for coughs. Make a strong tea and drink it little by little. Sage is used to gargle in cases of mouth ulcers or inflammation. The important thing is not to overdo it. Even though they are natural, some plants can cause reactions in sensitive people. For example, excessive garlic can irritate the stomach, and ginger is not recommended for those with high blood pressure. If in doubt, start with small amounts and observe how your body reacts. Another tip: grow some of these plants at home. Many of them, such as mint, rosemary, and basil, grow easily in pots in the kitchen or on the balcony. This way, you will always have fresh ingredients to use when you need them. Finally, remember that these plants are a support, not a substitute for medical treatments when necessary. They help prevent, alleviate mild symptoms and strengthen the body, but they don't solve everything alone. If the infection worsens or does not improve within a few days, do not hesitate to seek professional help. Try incorporating these plants little by little into your routine. In addition to being good for your health, they bring flavor, aroma, and a special touch to meals. And the best part, you will be taking care of your body in a natural, economical way and without depending so much on medicine. Nature has already given us everything we need. We just need to know how to use it. Now that you know some of these powerful plants, let's see how to use them in everyday life in a practical way. Many of them can be included in food, in teas, or even applied directly to the skin, depending on the problem. For example, garlic is one of the strongest natural antibiotics there is. To enjoy its benefits, you can eat a raw clove a day, if you can stand the strong taste, or add it chopped to salads, soups, and sauces. If you have a sore throat, chewing a small piece of raw garlic can help kill the bacteria. Another tip is to make a homemade syrup. Crush a few cloves of garlic, mix with honey and let it rest for a few hours. Take a spoonful of this syrup 2 to 3 times a day to relieve coughs and respiratory infections. Turmeric, that orange root used as a spice, is also great for fighting inflammation. You can sprinkle some on rice, beans, vegetables, or even milk, that famous golden milk. To make golden milk, simply heat a cup of milk, can be vegetable, add a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper, which helps the body absorb nutrients better, and a little honey to sweeten. Take before bed to help your body recover. Ginger is another powerful ally, especially for throat and digestive problems. Grate a small piece and make tea with hot water and honey. If you are experiencing nausea or poor digestion, chewing a small piece of fresh ginger can bring quick relief. You can also use it in juices, iced teas, or even savory dishes, such as soups and stir-fries. For skin infections, such as minor cuts or pimples, some plants work very well. Coconut oil, for example, has antibacterial properties and can be applied directly to the skin. Just apply a small amount to the affected area. Another option is pure honey, which in addition to killing bacteria, helps heal wounds. Apply a thin layer to the skin and cover with a clean bandage. Change it twice a day until it improves. Rosemary and sage are great for gargling when your throat is irritated. Make a strong tea with the leaves, let it cool slightly and use it to gargle 2 or 3 times a day. This helps reduce inflammation and kill germs. Basil can be used in teas to relieve headaches or as a seasoning in pastas and salads to add a touch of freshness and health. If you like juices, try combining some of these plants to enhance the effects. An orange juice with ginger and turmeric, for example, is a bomb of vitamins and antioxidants. Or a green juice with mint, lemon, and a small piece of garlic, if you dare. These mixtures not only strengthen the immune system but also make the body more resistant to infections. The important thing is to test and see what works best for you. Some people feel more effects from certain plants than others, and this is normal. The cool thing is that, in addition to being good for your health, these plants make food tastier and more fragrant. Who doesn't love being seasoned with garlic and bay leaves, or a fresh salad with basil? Always remember to wash plants well before using, especially if they are consumed raw. If you are going to buy, choose organic ones, which do not contain pesticides. And if you have any serious health problems, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or are pregnant, talk to a doctor before using these plants in large quantities. Taking care of your health with natural plants is a simple and pleasant way to connect with nature. You don't need to spend a lot of money or follow complicated recipes. Just have some of these plants at home, get creative in the kitchen and watch how your body responds. Over time, you will realize that small changes make a big difference. And the best part, you will be treating yourself in a lighter way, without as many side effects as industrialized medicines. So, how about starting today? Choose 1 or 2 plants from the list and try incorporating them into your routine. It could be ginger tea in the morning, garlic at lunch, or homemade cough syrup. Little by little, you will discover the power that nature has to keep us healthy and happy. After all, why depend only on pharmacies when we can have a living pharmacy right in our backyard or in our kitchen window?